Alright, everybody, happy October 28th. We got ourselves a big-time severe weather event on our hands here for this Wednesday the 30th. We do have a big old slight risk here from the Storm Prediction Center across portions here of northern Texas out there towards central eastern Oklahoma. We could have the potential for some really large tornadic activity, as well as hail and damaging winds being also a big concern. Western portions of Arkansas included as well, along with western portions of Missouri and eastern Kansas. These are by far the regions that are going to see the most worst of the severe weather here for the 30th on Wednesday. The timing of this event is still a little iffy, but we do have a big old squall line that really develops here for the evening of the 30th. Storms will probably start to fire off between the late afternoon into the evening, I'm thinking, so that's kind of the timing as of now. Now, things are a subject to change. Hopping on over here to the models, my friends, we got ourselves a pretty nasty setup here regarding the system. So over the last little bit, we've been having that northerly air advection. A lot of warm air has been creeping its way up here from the Gulf, supplying a lot of moisture as well as that warmth. And as we start to work our way over here into basically the afternoon here of Wednesday, you notice how there's a lot of instability that really builds up here across portions of Kansas, like we mentioned, Oklahoma and Texas. Now, the main models like the GFS, the long range, were not really picking up on as much instability. The long range models typically like to do this, but if we take a look at the NAM, which is the mid-range model, there is a potentially decent amount of instability involved. Now, that's not the most concerning thing, guys. Is as we work our way over here into basically the the late portion of the 30th into the early 31st here, if we take a look at all that instability that we have available and we overlay the lower level jet here, we have a ripper of a lower level jet. Now, that's a big problem for tornadic activity because, you really need those strong winds at your lower atmosphere. In this case, northeasterlies could allow for the potential of supercell development and overall embedded tornadoes. Now, here's the problem. Like we mentioned, guys, there's going to be a line of storms here. And what's going to happen in this type of scenarios, not only is this going to be happening and carrying on into the overnight hours at nighttime where it's hard to see in general, but there's also going to be that circulation that develops inside of the squall line in some of these regions here, which that is a problem because you will not be able to see these tornadoes as well because they're going to be wrapped in curtains of rain. Now, from the way it looks here based off of the models that we were actually paying attention to, it really does look like these ingredients are pretty well in place. Once again, a lot of instability, over 1,000 joules per kilogram is definitely good enough to get the job done. Plus, with our strong lower-level jet of around 40 to 50 knots, honestly, I would not be surprised if we had a couple violent tornadoes out of this event here. But if this does play out to be the way it goes. Now, we still have the short-range model support here coming in. This is going to take another day or so by the time we get this. But we'll definitely keep you guys posted here on this event here overall. Also, helicity values, according to this model, are through the roof, around 350 to about 450, value-wise. That's pretty crazy. So there's definitely going to be a tornadic environment. Now, we're going to go ahead and grab a quick little sounding here just to kind of show you guys what we're looking at regarding that veering wind shear pattern. As you can see here, a huge hook there on the photograph indicating that veering in that violent shift in wind direction as we gain altitude, in which we can really see that here on this part of the SKU-T. If we take a look here, so this is basically ground level. The winds are going relatively to the northwest, kind of north-northwest there. But as we barely go up in altitude to right around 3 kilometers, the winds are already going to the northeast. So a violent shift in wind directions will be a good potential out there for tornadic activity. That is basically a big ingredient that's needed for those tornadoes. Once again, moisture is not going to be a problem either. Dew points in the mid-60s. The Gulf is really supplying a lot of moisture out here. We take a look here at those dew point temperatures. You can really see where that cold front is there, as well as how much moisture is being advected here to the north. There is a lot of moisture that is in play here. So that is definitely not going to be an issue. But yeah, you can really see that cold front pushing through here overall as well. Temperatures will surge and really will drop once we do get our way here into the 31st, which could make it maybe a little bit more on the chillier side for Halloween for you guys out there in the Central Plains because of this cold front activity. But all right, everybody, that's just going to go and wrap up a little update here. I want to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a video here. If you guys did enjoy it, leave a like, hit that subscribe button, and all right, my friends, we'll catch you guys in the next one.